Hi guys, it's Janicia. You already know. Excuse my shirt, have a hole in it. It's one of those, those kind of shirts that you just wear around the house. Anyway, so remember the straightener that I showed you guys earlier? So I'm going to do a review. I actually was going to do one earlier, but because I have straightened my hair before, like last week after I deep conditioned it and stuff. I deep condition my hair every weekend, so that's the only reason why I'm straightening again. But I've only straightened it twice in like 3 months, so I don't think it's a problem. Uh, but yeah, so the first time I straightened my hair, it like puffed up. So if you see like steam or whatever, it's from the oil in my hair that I put in my hair. It's not like oil. It's like olive oil and this like little shine serum by DNA. They have very great products. And I also have heat protectant, so I'm good. And I have deep conditioner in my hair. And I blow dried it with the method, and then when it was all like stretched out with the tension method, I used the brush and I used the flat iron that I showed you guys in my video also. So it's by Hot Tools, Professional, Iconic. And I turned this, it actually goes this way, but I turned it sideways so when I, stretch my hair, it'll cover like this. But yeah, so if you see steam, that's all that it is. And I'm gonna quit talking and straighten my hair. I also use the comb chase method. And then I just tap my roots, but I only go through it once. So yeah, there's the steam. But it's not burning my hair. So there you go. And this is the Go FHI Professional Flat Iron Straightener. So if you want to keep watching, just keep watching.
I was downloading movies. I asked you what happened. You said there was a time we was downloading movies. There was a big misunderstanding, and that's all over with. There's not a problem. That's
And I
just
know because
simply
I've
Oh,
not
if you
what
see
the
me looking
record
over here,
reflects.
it's a mirror over this
You're
way.
saying you've looked into it.
Sorry.
That's what he is telling you.
I've seen most of that.
But then you know that's not what the record reflects.
Guilty or innocent? Is your daughter worth the risk? I am protecting my daughter.
CPS involved in
It was already done that way. He's not alone with her.
and you want to spend your life with somebody that can't be alone with your child?
Robert, here's what I look at from a forensic standpoint here. We know what the police report says. We know that we have a felony conviction for possession of child pornography. We know that the interview acknowledges on this man's part an interest in sexual attraction to children. I look at certain behaviors on the part of the child and certain characteristics of the child in terms of showing symptoms of that would be common to there being a violation of boundaries. That to me looks like a risk factor.
Except
So
for I couldn't
I
get
look
you the
at
report.
this and it appears to me to be a high risk situation that would be worthy of a high degree of vigilance and protection. Am I overreacting here?
You're not overreacting at all. Everything in this case indicates that that child is at a higher risk, a much higher risk than the average child.
I do just wish that you guys would acknowledge the steps that I have taken. Part of that is also that I have always told my daughter that if she can't talk to me, that I want her to tell anybody, a teacher, somebody. No.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. Please let me respond to what you said. I do acknowledge the steps that you've taken. There are some that I think you need to take, and I'm going to tell you what those are right after we take a break. Robert, I'm not going to keep you further. You have added immensely to this discussion. Thank you so much for your time. Emily says if things don't change with Kim, she's going to try and get custody of her niece. We're going to talk about whether that is necessary or even possible when we come back. Hey, Dr. Phil here. Did you know that more than 16 million kids in the U.S. are at risk of hunger each day? That's more than 1 in 5 children. Now, these are our neighbors, our kids that play in the neighborhood, co-workers, friends' children. The problem is closer than you would think, but so is the solution. Join me and visit feedingamerica.org/hunger to find your local food bank to help. I'm Dr. Phil, and together, we are Feeding America.
You're going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Or call 323-461-PHIL.
In my opinion, my 8-year-old niece is crying for help. And she has been crying for help with the accidents, with the tantrums, but her mom's just not listening. If things continue, I absolutely would take custody of that little girl until Kim gets out of the group and puts her child first to make sure that she is safe.
If I heard she was being sexually abused and neither parent was doing anything about it, then I don't think I'd have a problem petitioning the court for custody. So I wouldn't hesitate to take her.
What I'm trying to tell you is that there are significant risk factors here, just statistically. You're taking some measures of protection, which I've acknowledged. And I want to be very clear about that, but I also want to tell you that as a responsible parent, you can't ignore that this would be a higher risk situation than would be normal.
Absolutely.
Would be like living on a busy street. You have to acknowledge that there is a risk factor of living on a busy
And you
street.
put a fence up and you do everything you can to make sure that they don't run out the street. And that's
When you have someone that has the criminal history, disputed as it is, criminal history here that tells you that you have a higher risk situation, and you have to acknowledge that. Now, in the interest of accuracy, I have to be very clear, and that's going to lead me to what is my greatest concern about what's not happening. If you go through and list all of the offenses that occur that cause people to go to prison, and you spend how long? A year and...
Technically, I sentenced to 18 months.
Okay, but
I had to serve 4.
You spent less than that. Okay. Yeah. All right, so he did go to prison for this, but the lowest group of reoffenders are sex offenders. Everybody thinks that these people can never get better. That's a common misperception. Crimes like assault and burglary and things of that nature have a much higher reoffense rate than do sex offenders. However, that is when they have participated in an evidence-based, community-centered treatment program beginning in prison and continuing after prison. Because these folks can change the way they think and react and get better. I can find no evidence of any intensive and ongoing intervention on your part.
I did go through a class.
Okay, well, there's a lot that can be done in support of maintaining, staying out of places that you don't want to go.
And he has been asked by me, as well as public officials, that at any given moment, if they would ask him to take whatever their tests are, would he be willing to do it at any given time? And he has said yes, at any time. They said, can we walk in your home? Can we look at your computers at any time if you're going to live with her? He said, yep, walk in anytime you want, day, night, 1 o'clock in the morning, take him whenever you want.
I can tell you, if this was my child and this person was going to be within a country mile of that child, that would be going on. That would be an admission.
It was years ago.
That would be a price of admission.
It's fine. I'll go through another class.
That would be. It's not a class. It's an
Well,
ongoing program of support. And,
Yes, and seminars and education.
accountability and
Yes.
different things like
I went
that.
through
And
a
I'm not
2-year
saying
one.
that would fix the problem for me, but
Anything
I'm
and
saying that
everything
at
I
a
have
minimum,
asked of him
that should be being done, because that low reoffense rate is on the heels of the kind of intervention I'm talking about that is not happening here. Want to know what's coming up on Dr. Phil? Visit our website and subscribe to our email newsletter. You'll get weekly updates, life strategies, and exclusive video that you won't find anywhere else.
Plus, on drphil.com, you can see sneak previews of upcoming shows. Log on today.
Final comment from you.
Just
Stay away from me. Stay away from my daughter.
no, I hope Kim sometime we can get back on somewhat of a relationship, but we're never going to be as close as we were. And as far as you, I'm good not knowing.
Any final comment?
My only thought is whatever right now. You've never lived alone, ever, Kim. Just get a place by yourself and just be mom and daughter for a while. I'm not saying get rid of your relationship. Can't you just be mom and daughter, have your own little place for a while?
Financially, living arrangement, no. But I do want.
I make what you make.
I know, and you don't have half the bills that we're trying to still pay off.
I just want a good resolution to all this, and I just want to do what's best for her. That's the only thing I can say.
Well, listen, I have great respect for CPS. I have great respect for law enforcement. I'm a law and order guy, and every cop in America knows it.
I think I'm very misinformed on a lot of things.
I will say this. There is very specialized help for you as a parent, and for you if you're willing to do some things. And our resource department, this is what we do. In the first 11 years of this show, we've provided over $20 million in
That's why I'm here.
resources after the fact. We take this seriously once the camera's off. And I offer that help and resource.
Of course, I've been in
to
and out
both
of
of y'all.
counseling, and I would definitely not be opposed to going through one.
And there's very specialized help here that can take place, and I'll make that offer to the both of you.
I'll take it if it'll make things at ease for you guys and whoever else, James. To make you feel at ease, I'll do it. I'll go through 100 of them. I don't care.
I respect you.
And would you be willing to begin that process by taking a very well-crafted polygraph about relevant issues? It's not here, but I'll rank it for you so she knows.
As long as I don't pay for it, because I know they're expensive.
No, yes, they are expensive, and I'm more than happy to do that if it helps to protect this child and to know from where we are starting.
Will you then open up your mind to the fact that this might be something that all I ever wanted in life is something that you have, and maybe open up your mind to the fact that not everybody and not everything is initially what you see, and maybe then we can go forward. But this is somebody that is in my life right now.
It doesn't need to be a
and I'm
package
part
deal,
of it.
Kim. I just want some.
It
to be
is
a
a package
But what
deal.
she's saying is, if they participate in the evaluations and intervention that I'm talking about, you will be open-minded about those results.
When Kim and I can work on each other and have a communication
that's
But
what-
between us
what
first.
does that? That's what I'm saying. What does that have anything to do with one thing or the other?
You and I
It's
need to
always
get on the
when
same
or if
page.
or but.
We need to get on the same page and on a communication.
But I'm saying you have to have a
For
place
us,
to start,
we'll
and
be
I
able
am
to do
going
that.
to
And we have to
create that watershed event so there is a place to start.
Would love that.
All right, great, thank you.
Okay.
I want to thank all of my guests today. For more information about today's show, log on to drphil.com. So long, everyone.
Bone straight hair. Well, guys, compared to compared to my natural hair, it is very straight. So there you go.